Take a closer look now at those allegations of cheating by the Astros.
Not that our World Series champs would ever need to do such a thing. Stephanie Whitfield takes a closer look for us.
The latest report says MLB has closed this case and that the Astros were actually trying to make sure the Red Sox weren't cheating. But a lot has come out over the last 24 hours, so before I get to your comments, here's a recap of everything you need to know. The defending World Series champions have a lot on their plate. After losing 2 games in a row, the Astros face the Red Sox for Game 4 tonight. Meanwhile, they're also facing nasty rumors about cheating. Here are the 4 things you need to know. First, these reports from unnamed sources allege the Astros have been stealing signs. This has been going on in baseball forever, but these claims are sketchy because it involves someone not in uniform using technology to do so, allegedly. Number 2, according to the Associated Press, this came up during Game 3 of the ALDS. The AP reports the Indians complained to MLB about Houston filming their dugout. Metro Boston says the same thing may have happened Saturday during Game 1 of the ALCS. They write, a man claiming to be an Astros employee was removed from Fenway Park. He reportedly had a small camera, was texting frequently, and, quote, security sources say they had been warned about the man because of suspicious activity in Cleveland. Last but certainly not least, MLB released a statement saying it investigated and the Astros were not cheating. The man with the camera was apparently making sure the Red Sox weren't cheating, because according to Forbes, the Red Sox were caught using an Apple Watch to steal signs last year. You guys have plenty to say, so take a look at some of these comments from Reddit. This first person says, so he was spying to see if they were spying? What is this, the Cold War? This next person kind of thinks the same way I do. I really hope they weren't cheating. They don't need to cheat. And then last, take a look at this. Hey, now you know what it's like to be a Patriots fan. Guys, back to you.